maybe they're just doing that for press. Maybe it's just doing that for press.
Possibly.
It was on her close friend.
We are rolling. So somebody leaked it.
Leaked it. Yeah. Could also be for press.
These young people don't have no friends.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Ain't nothing sacred. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Hey.
We got a very special guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. She is a fantastic comedian, actor, author, podcast host. Podcast you can check out. Let me say what you mean. She also has the book out, Legitimate Kid. Everything is available everywhere, so don't waste no time. Go get it right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got Aida Rodriguez in the building.
Welcome.
So warn me now. Should I not look at the chat comments?
No, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
No eye line.
Okay.
It would only be creepy if you just stared into the camera.
Okay. No, I get it. No, I did a podcast that from a comedian that we all know, and the live chat was brutal. I was like,
oh yeah. Sometimes it can be. It's definitely more brutal when it is live, like on just regular YouTube. But because this is our Patreon, these are people who like they want to be here. They love the guests. But when you're doing it on YouTube, that's the Wild Wild West.
Scary Squad.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the Scary Squad, they good people over here. We chilling up in here.
It's a lot of mean fan bases.
There's a lot of mean people in general.
Yeah, but like I couldn't imagine just having a mean fan base at all times. Like you know how you go to those certain people's page and then it's like 0% positive comments. And if you're a guest on that, it's just you're just gonna get trashed. So that's
the double-edged sword of like Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, all of those, because they got to report on that because that's what built them. But then you just harbor and let that type of energy fester, and it just be like, oh my goodness, Jesus, I couldn't do it.
It's tough. So you got to be really popular to even get.
It just lets you know the vibration that people are on. And you're like when, because we know stuff, we got good sense. And then you see something that's crazy, and you're like, where they do that at? a lot of places. They do that a lot of places.
It seems like such a heavy load to carry around that energy. Like every day, we got some tea. Every day, we got some gossip. It's I don't have the energy to do that every time.
Right.
I'm tired right now with this diet. This diet is kicking my ass,
really?
Man.
It's the food.
I forget to eat sometimes, so I hadn't eaten today since yesterday lunch.
You forgot? Or
what diet is this?
Well, I'm on Ozempic, but I also like changed my diet up, and I literally just be eating what I need. I'll have like protein and just some veggies and just some fruit.
But you got the Ozempic from a doctor.
Yeah.
You didn't get it from a health spa.
No.
Ooh, are they doing that?
Yeah, they do.
I got it from a
which
doctor.
one did you go to?
Well, okay, so okay, both. I consulted with a doctor.
But you went to a spa?
But the spa's cheaper.
The spa's cheaper, yeah.
And more
so
accessible.
you can't get to it. You can't get the prescription filled from the spa, the place I go to. You have to get it filled through the doctor, and the doctor has to talk to you, talk about your medical history, and all of that, and then they look over everything and they determine if you're fit for it. So I know about the spas.
But it's the same Ozempic in both places.
It's the same Ozempic. Yeah, it wasn't generic Ozempic. It's spelled out and everything. The box came with the pen and the syringes or the needle is. Yeah.
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it worked though. Hey, that shit worked. Boy.
I heard it does.
That shit worked. And I was nervous because most of the stuff that I be seeing on TV, like it don't be working for me. But this, 30 pounds in like 7 weeks.
Wow. You feel better?
I do.
Oh, good.
I do. I be looking forward to walking. I park further in the parking lot and walk further to the grocery store. Not much further. Just not.
Is that the exercise? Just walking to the grocery store a little further? Or is that mixed in with other stuff?
What's crazy is you in my business.
I'm just saying, you could have mentioned the actual exercise plus that.
Yeah, it's okay. You know I'm doing the exercises. I got the skin. But don't worry about like my regimen. Hey, consult with your health spa and your gym, your coach.
Yeah.
It's like, I got an appointment at Planet Fitness.
My appointment is at Ralph's. So I got to go pick these groceries up in 2 hours, and that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. They encourage you not to do like a lot of like heavy lifting, so I just been doing like light training.
On the Ozempic?
Yeah.
You just gotta make sure you drink a lot of water.
I drink a lot of water, do a lot of walking, and I do a lot of lightweight reps. So like, I'm doing like 10s and 15s with the reps, but it's coming together.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you see me out here, man, doing my thing and whatnot to carry it on. Closing outfit and whatnot. I'm gonna have to go shirtless in a minute.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. Yes, sir.
It's a dangerous time. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a dangerous time.
Because I started so early. I started back in September. Like I think Thanksgiving and Christmas is gonna be a breeze for me.
Okay.
Like I'm very disciplined in what I'm eating. Like no bullshit whatsoever. I haven't had chips or fried food or pizza or basically any carbs. Like no carbs whatsoever. Oh well, I mean I have the nuts. You have some nuts.
This is me. This ain't chocolate. I ate them. I said,
oh, those are milk chocolate cashews.
Yeah, I was trying to keep you honest, so I just went ahead and ate them for you.
No. I ain't gonna do it. Once you start seeing, and that's what I needed. I needed like that push because I have done it with trainers, and you might see something in 3-4 weeks, something like this. But with this shit, I start seeing results immediately, and that's what the push I needed to like stay disciplined. So we out here now.
Let's go.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Healthy 2025. Let's go.
You say what?
Healthy 2025.
Yeah. I'm with that. I'm with that. So Ada, what we do is a freestyle.
Okay.
To kick off the show, every show we do it. I provide the beat, Pat freestyles, and then he's gonna pass it to you. You only got to kick like 2 bars. We just trying to ride "Damn Internet You Scary" with something else. Like,
okay,
you on "Damn Internet You Scary"? You got dropped off by your homegirl named Mary.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Dated this guy and carried college named Larry. Whatever you need, but it's very low stakes. I can't emphasize that enough. This is not Funk Flex. 5 minutes of death.
It's not great.
The Virgo in me is like,
give me time. I got 16 for you.
This what niggas want? This what we doing? New York, stand up. Nah, you ain't got to worry about that. It's very low stakes.
Whoa.
No.
So we just gonna go with that. Shit, I'm trying to think of a good beat.
Yeah. Happy November, y'all. Hope you had a scary Halloween. Came through. Let's get it. Big M's like Memphis. All these bars is skinny. No Ozempic. Slap you. No bitch. I was being topical. That was a shade?
I just wasn't ready. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Lose pounds like Ozempic.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back into it. Check it out. I slap you for my Jada. I'm about to pass it to my homegirl Aida.
Damn, internet, you scary. Scarier than Halle Berry.
Hey, I like that.
Scarier than Catwoman Halle Berry.
Okay. That's scary.
I'm here today to represent all the Puerto Ricans who got left.
Okay.
I promise you that we are not trash.
Nope.
But some of y'all don't know that y'all ass is black.
Oh, black. Black. Black Puerto Ricans.
Just to let y'all know. Just let you know. Some of y'all didn't know that y'all ass was black. Hanging on to that for that scholarship. We know what's going on. Can we get the view? The camera view on the screen? Happy post-election. Now we may finally stop getting all those text messages and random phone calls and
I wonder who won.
Literature. Yeah, we are obviously shooting this the day before
how y'all feeling out
election
there?
day. Yeah, I know, right? It's
it's weird. Like this is in the future, so it's like, how upset are you guys right now
about the president-elect?
Are we good?
I'll be mad anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously gonna always be different sides that are mad, but I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I saw the dude. What's his name? Le'Veon Hall, the ball player. I feel like he's an athlete who said he would leave if Kamala won. I just want niggas to stand on business. Do it.
Me too.
Do it.
Leave.
Do it. I want to see you pack up bags, family, everybody, and go somewhere else. I wanted to, because niggas go out there and they just start talking shit for pop culture and shit.
How about with Trump? People were like, I'm out of here if Trump's elected. Yeah. They're like, Trump is your new president. They're like, well.
No, a lot of people didn't leave, though.
Give me to next year. No, it's a lot of expats in Mexico City. When I went to Mexico City.
A lot of people left. Yeah. But my thing is, I had a homie that worked at the airport Tell me what flight y'all on, because I could just give them $100 and I can meet you at the gate. And I'm going to be right there just doing my own TikToks. People, you know what it is? Like, keep that energy for Kamala is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
And listen, I work in politics. I'm a commentator on a political network, and I understand politics from a different perspective, which I think most politicians are trash, right?
Yeah.
Most of them are negotiable, and most of them have done. But when you think about the stuff that's at stake, this has been the most stressful election of my entire life.
Yeah.
And listen, I voted for Obama.
Yeah.
But this has been the most stressful one because the hate for women, is so real, and people will argue with me about this. And now you talking about a woman of color, a black woman, regardless of what y'all want to say about her being Indian or whatever. The hate towards women, they hold her to a higher standard because they used to black women taking care of everybody, and they want to know why she not maternal, why she not auntie, she a G just like the rest of them. She out there just like the rest
Told
of
them
them.
motherfuckers, I ain't finna take your guns. I ain't giving up my gun.
She said it. It.
I didn't know
She
that
said it. Yeah, because they was like, this was a couple weeks ago, and she was doing an interview, and they were like, yeah, your opponents are saying that you want to take the guns and all of this. Like, I'm not taking nobody's gun because I'm not giving up my gun.
Yeah.
And I think she talked about her Glock. She had a Glock or something like that.
Shoot.
Not even kidding. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
the
just that's the
blackest
real
gun
name.
possible.
It is, but it's sufficient. It's sufficient.
No, I love Glocks.
Politics gets so dirty so
Yeah.
fast, man.
Yeah.
I just really be pissed off when they be asking these people, like, they be like, I ain't voting for no Kamala, I'm voting for Trump. And you see them and you know they ain't never voting. You know, you like, why they asking you? If
Just
you
their-
know you the
just
only
their 2
thing-
cents,
You
you know?
doing the survey about who got the best sandwich on the internet. You not voting for nobody. Get out of here. You know who people who are voting are quiet.
For sure.
They don't tell you they're voting. Them old white people, the constitutionalists.
Oh, because things can get weird real quick.
They vote. They get up in the morning. They have their. It's like how we look when we go into the track meets for our kids. That's how they go to voting. They pull up in their chairs. They got their water bottles, their orange slices. They got their little hats.
Orange slices.
They sit out there, camp out until they vote. And we be talking all this shit on the internet, but then we don't vote. And we know we don't vote because the statistics show we don't vote.
I feel like all the black people that are pro voting and get out there and handle business, we need to figure out what city we need to move into in these swing states and just monopolize that area right there. Because I don't know if is it families that are nominated or able to be the
You talking about the Electoral College?
yeah, like is it like a certain area or is it families? Is it
Their
occupation? Like who?
Wait, what's the
who
question?
decides? So the Electoral College, Electoral College, they're the people that like in a tiebreaker, like their votes I think hold more weight, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
But nobody knows who these people are. It's like the Academy who decides who
It's
wins
not public?
the Oscars. No, I
Really?
don't think you can find that information out. Like who's in it? I don't think so.
Luma.
No, their votes just are worth. Their votes hold more weight than our votes. And for example, Iowa or Philadelphia. Now, what happened was they didn't realize how many Puerto Ricans are in Pennsylvania because Philly is in Puerto Rico. I mean, Philly's in Puerto Rico. Philly's in Pennsylvania. So a record number of Puerto Ricans showed up and voted because that little joke. It just flipped the script. Iowa is also had turned out for Kamala in numbers, which is why Trump started saying that it looks shady because he's not showing up there.
This is probably from total ignorance, but it feels like we vote as a suggestion. And then the Electoral College,
they can do what they want to do.
they're just like, okay, they want this one, but this one.
Yeah, they usually
It just feels like that's, I don't know.
It's very true. They usually go with what the majority of the people in the state voted for, but they can choose to go the opposite direction. So the Electoral College consists of 538 electors. A majority of 270 is required to elect the president. Your state has the same number of electors as it does members in its congressional delegation. One for each member in the House, plus 2 senators. And so some people have more representative because the state is larger. They have more people. So this is where we get into that. But you're very much correct. The electors usually go with what the popular vote is, but they don't have to.
Yeah. Damn.
It's kind of like when you gauge the room on what everybody wants to eat and then still pick what you were going to pick.
Well, it's my phone and I'm paying for it, so we're getting McDonald's.
You get everybody's
ready for
order.
some fish fillets.
And you're like, I still want, but Chipotle.
This bitch thought she was getting a salad.
Right. You get this fish fillet salad, bitch. We get extra lettuce on yours.
Well, that's one of the bigger issues where so many people are anti-electoral college and want to dismantle it because it continues to maintain these systems. But, we got to remain optimistic because that electoral college was there when Obama was running for president.
Both times.
Yeah. And it's you know what I mean? Like, the truth of it is that, sure, it needs to be dismantled. But I do think that a lot of people are showing up to vote this time that would not have normally voted.
Good. It's a crazy time, and it's also a beautiful time. The fact that a woman has even made it to be nominated for the presidency. Like, we had high hopes for Hillary, but I think we knew it wasn't gonna happen with Hillary because even people that were super pro-Democrat were like, I don't know about her yet.
They don't like her.
And Kamala has had so much slander about her arresting black men, and people took her position and what she did in that position as her exact motives. And when you broke it down, you realize that she wasn't. Like, she tried to get a lot of it thrown out. The ones that were prosecuted, they were also released usually within a couple of years and not serving their full length of imprisonment. So it's a crazy thing, but it's also a beautiful time to see that we are at least at this point. So again, we don't know because we're filming this on Monday. We vote tomorrow, and this comes out on Thursday. But shout out to the Scary Squad that's watching us right now. We got a couple of good stories for you guys, but before we do that, man, let's talk real quick about one of our sponsors, Sundays. Okay, Sundays is a healthy dog food that is easy to store and serve. Most foods are one or the other. They're both. They are the biggest benefits, and they are giving you guys some of the healthiest food for your dog. My dog is very old. I'm just gonna put it out there. My dog is old. He's about 11 years old, and he's not the type of dog you can just switch up some stuff on. Okay, his stomach is set to what he's been eating. So when we started introducing Sundays into his meal, we mixed it with a little of the old food. And after 4 days of mixing it like that, we saw that he stopped eating the old food and was only eating the Sundays. So shout out to him for that.
My dogs are exclusively Sunday now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I honestly, I didn't expect it because they're so picky.
Yeah.
I took it to my parents' house and they only eat that now.
Cause it's weird, like it comes out like bark, almost like a peanut brittle or something like that. And I was like, man, did this get broken shipment? But no, that's how it is, and it's always fresh. Sundays is co-founded by Dr. Tori Waxman, a practicing veterinarian who tests and formulates every version of each recipe. Sunday contains 90% meat, 10% superfoods, and 0% synthetic nutrients or artificial ingredients. So if you're hearing about this on the podcast, if we're telling you about it, we got a good little deal for you. They are offering 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can cancel or pause your subscription at any time. You can reorder at any time. And if you want to get 40% off your first order of Sundays, go to sundaysfordogs.com/DIYS. Or use our code DIYS at checkout. But that's Sundays with an S on it, SUNDAYS, fordogs.com/DIYS to get 40% off your first order of Sundays.
My stomach is growling, and the dog food sounds good. I'm hungry. I was like,
it come out like brittle? Oh, nice.
Bark.
Yeah. It did. It looked like a chocolate bark or a peanut bark or something like that.
Sounds like fiber.
Right? I didn't realize that we had Read Up. We ran out of the test bag that they sent us, and the friend Read Up and bought another bag of it. So I was like, oh, they must really rock with it like that because they don't typically be buying stuff like that. So shout out to Sundays, man.
Shout out to Sundays.
You know what I'm saying? Practicing what they preach. And shout out to Barry Wright for that dope song. What else we got on the docket today? Oh,
R.I.P. Quince.
man, that was crazy. I wasn't even trying to link it like that, but practice what you preach by Barry White. He was also on Secret Garden, which was produced by Quincy Jones, one of the greatest producers of all time. And he passed away, I believe it was Sunday. Sunday.
Oh, it wasn't this morning?
No, I think it was last night. Dead at 91 years old. And it's crazy because I've been seeing, each time somebody passes, you see like the really young pictures of him. And it reminded me like of a young Stevie Wonder. Back when Stevie had like that little natural, I saw an old picture of Quincy and it looked like that.
Life seemed fun in certain elements back then. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
Seemed
if
like a great
you
time.
were
If you were
Quincy Jones,
yeah.
or his kids, or any of the people that work with him, I just saw that, not just saw it again, that video of Will Smith talking about how Quincy Jones played in the first theme song for Fresh Prince. And he was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's Quincy Jones. What am I going to say? And then Jazz whipped up a beat. Prince rapped over it and they took it to him. He was like, well, it's better than the shit I came up with.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So Quincy Jones, master producer. He was like the soul and R&B Swiss Beats.
Yes.
He's how white people look at John Williams. like the dude who made all the movie scores, like he's that.
Yeah.
He
And
gave
more.
us so much talent. Like when
Man.
you think about him, Tevin Campbell, Tamia, when you think about like even when he produced LL Cool J had a show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like
What the hell else? In the house?
In the house.
In the house.
he was
Thriller.
just responsible for giving
Yeah.
us so
Made
much.
Thriller.
Michael Jackson. You think about like just cross-generational. I've been seeing the video of him with the Tevin Campbell. Tomorrow will bring and I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Such a big
Right.
catalog, such a big discography.
Stuff you wouldn't even know, too.
Yeah, and then like he was like Swiss was putting out those albums where he got all these people together. Quincy was doing that. He did that on Q's Juke Joint, and then like I said, what is it, Secret Garden?
Yeah, with
with Albie Shore and Barry White and everybody was on that. It's just crazy. How many albums is it? Let me see. Does it tell us?
That's probably a long
Here
list.
it is right here.
16 studio albums, 24 soundtracks.
3
live and 4 comp. That's crazy.
That's he dropped in 1955.
Yeah, 2 years before my mother was born.
He was dropping.
already dropping that fire. That's crazy.
Oh, 53 with Lionel
He
Hampton.
plays the trumpet in the horn section here.
And so I
It's
always
been so
wondered
long, I
if he
forgot he
played
played
instruments. I don't know why I never looked it up. I
forgot
always
he
wondered
played
if he played instruments, but I
Yeah,
mean, I guess so.
for
'cause he was-
sure. Oh, yeah, of course. I saw an interview today where he was talking about the not the Thriller sessions. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. And Mike hated the
Violin?
strings in the
Yeah.
beginning, the da-na-na-na, and asked him to take it off. And Quincy was like, "Oh, you don't tell me what to do." And there's so few people that could say that to Michael Jackson and be 1,000% right, because that is
true.
an amazing intro.
It's true. It's true.
Oh,
Jackson.
that'd be a fly on the wall in that room when he said that to Mike, bro.
Man, he said, "No, absolutely not. You can't tell me what to do." And Mike was just like, "Okay, drop it, drop it then." And then boom, I love that song too.
Yeah, Mike had some cuts too, bro. I just read a fact about Michael Jackson. I think he's out the same. Actually, he's surpassed Beyonce, still with the number of streams, and he's been dead for what 15 years or something like that.
Wait, this year he did?
I think so. It's crazy.
I have a fun fact about Michael
That's
Jackson.
chasing a ghost. For real.
I was born on August 29th, too.
Really?
That's his birthday.
You shared a birthday with the GOAT. Did you ever get a chance to see him live in concert?
No, I did not get a chance to see him in concert. I saw Prince, but I did not get to see Michael.
Yeah.
But I love the very first script I ever wrote in my life when I was in 6th grade was about my wedding to Michael Jackson.
All right. I mean, admiration. I mean, aspiration. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah. Michael Jackson has surpassed Beyonce to become the 38th artist and the most monthly listeners on Spotify.
You know that Halloween just passed, so
Yeah, Thriller went crazy.
Thriller was
Went
probably
crazy.
racking up crazy numbers. Same with he's like the Mariah Carey of Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's great. That's a great way to look at it.
There's so many songs that I love that are, what is it? Heartbreak Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
This place called Love, I think. But I always attribute that to Michael's song, but that's actually a Jackson song. That was like the last album, and this when they went from the Jackson 5 to just the
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They made so much. This is probably a stupid thing to say right now, but the Jackson 5's discography is way deeper than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were such a big band, I thought he maybe did like a couple albums with them and then went solo, but I'm like finding new songs every single day. They made a lot
They went
of
by
music.
Jackson 5, and then they went by the Jacksons too.
Yeah.
So they dropped the 5 when they got older and just did the Jacksons too. So
Well, there's still 5, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying it might be even more music that you haven't heard yet because it's just
But
on
why
the
they
Jackson
lose
album.
the number when they got older?
I don't know. It's kind of like maybe it was looked at like Lil
The
Wayne
Jackson
dropping a
5?
little.
Okay.
Because they did a tour. They did the tour when they did what tour was that? That was the Victory Tour. They got back together and then they went back out.
Was that when they were the Jacksons or Jackson 5?
They were the Jacksons and then Michael Jackson.
The Jacksons and damn you
Yeah.
and with your
Oh,
family.
they saw that solo. They saw that solo album coming from 10 miles away.
Yeah, this is true. They dropped the 5 when Jermaine left and Randy was added.
That's still 5.
No, the name.
But it ain't the
Original 5.
It ain't the original 5. You know what I mean?
Dang. He was like, how about instead of 5, we say and me. With me. And then just me.
Damn, that's crazy.
I did not know that.
Iconic. All right, what else we got on this docket, man? We got some great stories for you today. Young
Ooh,
Thug is home.
Young-
Is that the one we want to go with? Which one?
Oh, wait.
the
Patreon birthdays.
Patreon
Let's
birthday.
go.
Shout out to Taylor Brown, Franz Lizard,
He has an epic
Lazard?
name. Franz Lazard.
and Sherry Barnes. We got
Let's go,
some
Sherry.
November birthdays. Shout out to you guys. What is November? What's that zodiac sign? It could be the end
Scorpio.
of
Scorpio.
And
Scorpio and-
Sagittarius.
Scorpios and Sagittarius, man. Happy birthday to you all. I don't know where you fall on that.
I don't know any rumors about Sagittarius people.
They just Scorpios without the sex problem.
That's the only thing I know about Scorpios is the sex. The sex and debauchery.
A Scorpio without the sex problem.
So what's the other stuff
The
with
thing
Scorpios?
about I was gonna say Sagittarius.
No,
That's
Sag.
it.
So Sagittarius, they like to travel. They're very
Oh, yeah, that
direct.
does.
They'll tell you exactly. So Fu is a Sagittarius.
Yeah.
So they're very direct. They'll tell you what they think. They don't care about
Jay-Z.
hurting your feelings.
Mm.
I thought that was just
But-
like East Coast.
But they're very fun to hang out with too.
Yeah.
Too funny. Jay-Z is a Sagittarius.
Yeah, one
I
of
thought
my
that was
favorite
just a
people
New
say
York
that too.
thing.
Yeah, and they motherfucker will not sit still. Like I didn't realize that was one of their traits, but that is spot on.
Like
for the
always
person.
doing stuff or always traveling?
Always traveling.
Oh, okay.
Always traveling. But get a group or do it by herself and still have a ball. And she's great energy to be around. Like just good fun and just funny as hell too. So.
And that's linked with Sag.
Yep.
Yes.
So what's linked with Scorpio besides debauchery?
Take your clothes off.
For
Is
me,
that really it?
I was gonna say for me, trauma. I dated a Sagittarius for a long time.
How did they get
I
that?
said, you see this little
stereotype?
twitch I got right here? That's that.
very passionate though. So outside
Ooh,
of the
that
sex,
thing was
Uh-huh.
crucial.
Yeah.
passionate, very maybe a little hot. Like they might pop
Hot-headed?
off, kind of like
Emotional
hot-headed,
and
kind of like an
sensual.
Aries, but they're a water.
How did they
sign.
get? How are they the only one with the sexual reputation? Like, how did everybody come to a consensus that if you're born here, all these niggas is horny?
Wait. we looking for the Sagittarius or we looking for the
We're
Scorpio?
talking about Scorpios now.
Okay, Scorpio. Okay, let's see. Scorpio traits. Let's see. Loyal, intuitive, honest, brave, determined, obsessive, possessive,
Yeah.
emotional, passionate. And passionate is synonym for crazy. Strategic, dominating, secretive,
Dominating.
ambitious, mysterious, magnetic, and protective.
Super protective.
It's a lot of traits.
It is.
Crazy.
Jealous. Did they put that in there?
They did.
Tell
All y'all got that.
Obsessively,
All y'all got that
jealously
trauma for the Scorpios. Okay. Yeesh.
Oh, Sagittarius. That's their other name.
Sagittarius?
Crazy.
Crystal
Oh,
coming true
wow.
with the term.
Sagittarius.
Damn.
That's a great. That just rolls off the tongue.
What do people think about Pisces? Emotional?
Oh, they're cool.
Yeah.
But it depends because it's about complimenting each other, right? Because I'm a Virgo, so a Pisces
Hey.
supposed to compliment me. The Pisces I know are all cool.
Yeah, but my two best friends back home are both Virgos. And we the thickest thieves. Yeah, so
Wait, somebody just said Angela Bassett being in the Jackson story was top tier, and my favorite line when she comes in. He sent her to get the ice cream. And remember, she had the leg, and she came back. She kept dragging that leg back in. She was like, I heard it all, Joe. Because he was on that phone calling the mistress, and I don't want you, and I don't want you no more.
Damn.
I was like, man, if y'all don't get Angela Bassett all the Oscars.
Man, they played Angela Bassett so many times.
I'm so tired.
So many times. I'm sick of it.
How many Oscars does she have?
One. And it was like an honorary Oscar or something
Damn.
like that. Yeah, she deserves all what
That's
she
weak.
did with Tina Turner.
Oh my God.
I mean, she's just good.
Yeah, she's great.
Waiting to exhale.
She's great. In other news, Young Thug is home, ladies and
Come
gentlemen.
on.
Thugger.
My group chat was going crazy.
Yeah, a couple people are
Mine too.
have
Which is really weird.
welcomed him home. Little baby welcomed him home, and people are reacting to some of Young Thug's tweets when he first got out. You know, he told Peter we're gonna drop something on these rats, and then also
Pretty wild.
the fact that he supposedly did not spend the first night home with his lady.
Like, well, let's just celebrate the fact that he's home. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You've heard Lifestyle? They played Lifestyle for the judge. He went from 40 years to home immediately. It was crazy. No, literally, like I got in the group chat like, damn, he got 40 years. And then the next tweet, like 5 minutes later, was like, no, actually, he's coming home today.
Yeah, 2 years served and 15 years probation.
Let's
and if
go,
you violate
Thugger.
state probation, it goes to additional 20 years probation.
We needed the vibes. The universe wasn't about to do that.
I think I'm like a inappropriate mother because my kids were like, "Yo, your boy home," and I was like, "Can we curse on
Your
here?"
kids said, "Yo,
You
your
get
boy."
my kids, because they was like, "Yo, my mom would be around here talking about I'm a ride in that pussy like a stroller." I'm like, who? As a writer,
Are you a Thugger fan?
yes, but it is a family thing. But listen, as a writer, though,
yeah.
as a writer, can we just be like comedians? We respect rappers so much
We
because
do.
Clayton was obsessed with Kanye. Like
Yeah.
and so when you hear some of that stuff, I'm like,
Do you hear it in there?
yeah.
I never heard a Young Thug bar, verse, song was like, God damn, this nigga spitting.
Are you
Not
serious?
Not once in my entire life.
But
And
like, for real.
Listen, I could be completely
I love it.
ignorant to it because
ludicrous.
I'm be honest with you, like there's not a whole lot of songs I could just name you off the top of my head when it comes to Thugger. Because once I saw, like, I'm be honest, the disrespect with the Barter 3 or him trying to name his album after Rain completely
Okay,
turned
yeah,
me
that
off.
was a dark time.
I was like, yo, you disrespect my ghost, I don't fuck with him. I'm dead. So when he came
See.
out with the album where he named every song after somebody that was already out,
So you wanted to hate
I was
it.
already. I didn't want to. I wanted to like it. I love Lifestyle. Like I thought him and Quan made a great team. But when he did that disrespectful shit to Wayne, I was like, that's why I don't fuck with these young niggas.
He
boy.
dropped already.
I don't fuck with that shit. You trying to disrespect
dropped
one of
some
our
new.
goats? That's very disrespectful for me.
All
So
right,
now I
well,
can't take you serious.
I'm about to send you Slime Season 3.
No, send me a playlist. Don't send me albums because I'm not
Why?
gonna listen to it. Send me just send me 10 songs on the playlist that you made. And I'll listen to it because I trust your judgment.
People agree with you. They say it's like he speaks his own language.
Like, yeah, so that's why I was like, you as a writer, you was like, you hear that shit? I'm like, what shit did you hear? What song did you listen to?
So-
I don't hear. Oh, you know what I hear? Yeah,
But it's not- it's not
Yeah,
just- I hear you.
yeah.
I hear
Then
you.
that's not scatting.
I hear you. No, it's
What?
not.
I feel like these new rappers cheat by mumbling. They don't write shit. You go to they songs on
This ain't
Apple,
fair.
and Apple hits you with the question mark because even Apple don't know what the fuck they said.
But the mumble is just the style it's said in. You can still look up what they say and you be like, oh, those
Sometimes you
bars.
do.
I just didn't know because I couldn't hear
I've been to Genius, and Genius said something different than Apple said. When you listen to songs
because
that
that's
they
part
lyrics come
of
on,
the culture. It's a mystery.
I think it's also
it's lazy. It's fucking
How?
lazy. Can we talk about it just for a second? I'm sorry. I got to stand up on this one. It's fucking lazy.
What you mean?
It's fucking lazy. And
How?
here's the
If,
thing.
if what he
Everybody
wrote was
doesn't-
still written.
Everybody doesn't have to be a lyricist. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying everybody has to be Talib and Black Thought, right? If you're going to put out some bullshit,
Why it gotta be bullshit though?
No, I'm saying in the sense of like, I'm just doing this so I can get rich and get out the hood, right? Like, I have no.
No,
No.
he's
Hold
an
on, let me
artist.
finish. No.
He is.
I was about to throw this. I'm
He
getting so
he
fucking
knows
mad.
what he's doing.
I'm getting so fucking mad. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yes, he knows what he's he's doing. He knows he's pulling the wool over people's eyes. He's just saying bullshit, and we're eating it up.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't think he thinks that.
Oh my God, are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, okay, keep the microphone.
It is so fucking bad. Come
There
on,
are
man.
artists who don't care, but Young Thug very clearly cares.
No, he fucking does not.
It's
bro.
just not as
No, he
good
fucking
as
does
what
not.
you have in your mind as good.
Let me say.
But he's doing something.
If I didn't care about comedy the way I care about comedy, and I went on stage and I just did some bullshit and fuck with the audience, and that shit put me on, right? I just ran up there and yapped about whatever the fuck I felt like. I didn't think about callbacks and double entendres, all of that shit, right? I just did up there and just had fun and just talk shit and nigga this, bitch this, pussy,
That's
pussy,
not what
right?
Thug's doing.
Hold on, wait. And I got big off of that shit. Like, I blew up. Like, one set really put me up. I'm not going to change my formula. I'm going to keep doing this shit that got me on.
Sure.
Lifestyle.
That's called stylistic.
No, that's called this bullshit got through. It broke through the fray, and he was like, I got to commit to this
But
bullshit.
why? How you know he didn't plan that bullshit? And it was just bullshit to you.
No, let me out. So you go back and listen to Old Future. When Old Future sounds like...
I think Future cares a lot too.
No. Yeah, go back to listen to Old Future when he first started rapping, when he was getting his beats from the Dungeon Family, and he sounded like the lost member of Outkast. And then look when he switched up, when he started getting some success from the trap music and the bando, and it slowing it down, mumbling.
Who's to say he didn't do that on purpose?
I'm not saying he didn't, but what he got success with, what was that shit? So now I have to stick with the bullshit. Now I'm gonna stick with the music that I really don't give a fuck if you get anything like gratified from. It doesn't inspire you unless it inspires you just to sell dope and kill niggas and get cases. If it inspires you to do that, then fine. But
The inflections and the rhyme schemes he uses, the beat choice that he has, and actually some of the stuff that he be saying is really, really dope. To me, it's like this. Sometimes somebody new can come in with a style that's like, some people are like, what the hell am I listening to? And some people are like, oh, this is different. Like, for instance, at some point, there were just like singers, right? So if you had a good voice, you had a good voice. Then here comes Louis Armstrong, like, I got things of green. There's probably so many singers that were like, what the hell is this? This is bullshit. I can't believe you did that.
That's a good analogy.
And now it's like there's schools that are like, his vocal, he was so different. He used this, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, yeah, that's just how he wanted to do it. And the people who liked it were like, oh, this is artistry. That doesn't mean he was just like, hey, watch this. I'm about to bullshit this audience. I see seeds of green. Like, he was just like, I care about this. This is just how I do it.
He also had a condition that made him sound like the WB Frog.
What was that?
I don't know, man. I was just trying to support my argument.
I love it. I mean, I think it's generational, and I think those rappers gave a voice to the people in the South. I mean, the Dungeon Family, and when you talk about Goody Mob, and you talk about Outkast, and you talk about, Rico and them and what they did, and now you see another iteration of what happens in the South, and it's not for us to like, right? Because that's
true.
That's not.
Why
They're
not?
not speaking to us because it's not marketed towards us. Not that it's not designed for us, but it's really not marketed to us. I do think that for somebody who like studies, like I love hip hop, and I go back to hip hop, the hip hop that was out before me, and I love lyrics. I am a lyric,
And Mr. the rapper. He's a rapper and he's like a Kid Cudi type artist. Like
That's why I love Young Thug. I appreciate
but
it.
They do love Young Thug.
Yeah. But he's also a little young. He's a little younger than me. He's like, that generation, like that high school graduation class, like 5 to 6 years under me. They grew with Thug. I was already grown, looking at look at this young.
I was grown too. We were all deaf when Young Thug came out.
Yeah, but you were still like growing. Like you had done college, but you were what? You were like 4 years removed from college.
Like one, yeah.
Oh, so you ain't even got your first STD yet.
The music business though, and what they like to push out, because there's a lot of conscious rappers that are younger that are, like I would love to hear Rhapsody more. Like I would love,
absolutely.
you know what I mean? I just think that the business, who we let dominate what is popular, has been very dangerous for us, specifically people of color, because they do elevate a lot of violence against women, a lot of crime in our communities. And there are people who are rapping about other stuff. But I think that the voices deserve to be heard too,
Yeah, I think what it is on paper is one thing, and then what it sounds like is another thing. And I think that if you're kind of removed from an artist and you see like, oh, they talk about his gangster shit and, you know, fucking bitches and they sound like they're mumbling, it's easy to just wrap them up and be like, I don't like that. But I feel like everybody's one song away from being like, all right, let me check him out. Yeah.
And here's the thing, like, my opinion is my opinion, and I'm not hating on the thug. Like, I don't want him to get that money. It's just if you ask me my preference toward what type of rappers I like and shit like that, I like rappers that, even if you ain't saying something, say something. Enunciate. Man, say it correctly.
That was crazy.
So,
All right, well, I gotta have it
crazy
not
time
doing
to
that
do
shit correctly. And I'm not trying to.
what is our lyrics that you are inspired by from Young Thug?
From Young Thug. Oh,
Yeah.
don't say inspired by. That's
No,
crazy.
no. Let's
but
do
you
it. Let's
said-
do it. Inspired by, man. What
'Cause
motivates you?
You said that it's all, you know, that it's not all one way. So what are some of the things?
Okay, this is
Come on.
going to be
Talk loud,
it's
I wanna hear.
it's going to be a hilarious example. It's just
Okay.
going to be. Okay?
Can't be worse than mine.
Okay, so Young Thug, I mean, he's a street dude from Atlanta. Nothing that he really says is like, man, I'm inspired. I want to sell that. I want to, you know what I mean? But what I like with him is what he does to his voice sonically and the inflections that he makes so that he will say something that literally no other rapper would sound like on that beat. For instance, he has a song called Hercules with Metro Boomin. Okay. The lyrics are silly. I will say that. The lyrics in this part are silly. But he goes, hold a purple nigga, I like fucking Marshall's wall. In the forest yesterday, I was just walking, whoa. All red dicky suit, I run down Slauson, whoa. And that sounds so stupid right now, but if you hear the beat, like, again, it's called Hercules, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's such like, you're like, what the hell was that? But then it becomes your favorite part
Of the song,
immediately
yeah.
afterwards because you're just like, I wasn't expecting that. And obviously the lyrics are like, they're not like deep. They're not gonna make you scratch your
Yeah.
head. But it's just a vibe. And I feel like he made so many people start doing that. There's like,
Oh, he's definitely the godfather of so many rappers.
yeah, like rappers
Absolutely.
are trying new stuff. Like him and Future try new stuff at least.
Oh man, Future. Let me tell you something.
He did that little.
I have the biggest.
chopping
Oh
up
my
his
god.
Tell
I
me
have
that's
the
not your
biggest-
favorite part of the
It's
song.
not.
Chopping
It's
up
not.
his stuff.
I don't even
Chop-
listen to that song right there. But I also don't
Fucking-
listen to.
I love
What did
that
he do
part.
on the Black Panther
Oh,
soundtrack?
here we go.
Oh.
La-di-da-di-da.
Also,
Also, everybody's favorite part of the song.
Who is everybody?
I mean, it was.
Who is everybody?
It got people talking about the song.
Let me say this.
He knows what
I
he's
will
doing.
give you. I will absolutely acknowledge
It ain't
your
bullshit.
comment about it being the favorite part because it is so crazy and out of the like left field with the shit. And I will also acknowledge like I didn't even think about like sonically as a musician how catchy switching up your voice is. I mean switching up your voice and some of the stuff he does. Like what song is it with? Is it with Travis Go? When he was tell me you won't die for me. Tell me you're gonna die for me.
Is this Ja Rule? Or?
No, that's Thugger.
Oh.
Tell me you're gonna die for me. Oh, it's like I think it's Travis, Young Thug, and
Future.
I don't know. But that's just that. I mean, but the fact that you thought it was Ja Rule and not Thugger
It's very
is
telling.
very telling and indicative of my point. But
Well, no, Ja Rule was doing the same stuff. He had a weird voice. He was going like someone
Yeah.
like that isn't like
sonically, he was
sing
a
me some
little,
stuff.
you know, off of the, you know, the regular. But
Yeah,
he can
trying
also
stuff.
rap.
He can rap.
Ja
Ja Rule
Rule can rap his ass off.
Young Thug could rap.
He just pissed. But my
Come
question
on.
to you
Young Thug
is-
don't even be rhyming, bro. That fuck thing I stand up. This
Nah,
nigga
that's
don't
true.
even be rhyming, bro.
He does something different. Him and Future do it. They'll have usually the phrase is like a rhyming word, but that got boring over time. So now people do this thing where it's like a rhyming word, a not the rhyming word, a that rhyming word. They'll push it to the next. They'll push it to the next one. So it's not like they're just saying stuff. They'll rhyme in the next one, but you were expecting a rhyme from the last one. Future does that
And
a lot too.
It's off. Yeah, okay, I get that.
My question though, you said that what he did was it got people's attention, right? So what is the point of art? What is the point of music? Is the point
Get
of
people
music
talking.
to get people's attention and get them talking, or to create good art? Because
All of it.
Is anybody
do both.
going to be
You
quoting?
do both. Yeah.
What songs do you think? Because right now, if Slick Rick's children's story comes on,
Here we go.
People get up and dance. It's Gen Zers that know the words. They fascinated with that era. They know. Once upon a time, what song do you think? Can you say that you hear that's a Young Thug song that
It's gonna be that last the test of time.
that's gonna last the test of time? If you have a big lifestyle.
I think I don't personally like the song Lifestyle, but in terms of the impact it had, I would probably say that's one of them. I would say probably like something like
But that's
Check.
not just his song though. What song does he have on his own solo joint, or this his song, his album, and somebody else might have been featured?
I would say
Because Lifestyle was Rich Gang, wasn't
between
it?
Check, Best Friend. I don't know. They're it's tough. What's interesting is that the example was Slick Rick, and I feel like he probably had a lot of people saying the same stuff about him at the time because he had the nasally voice. You can't tell me that Slick Rick wasn't out there.
But Biz Markie did.
He was out there.
Slick
Yeah,
Rick,
when
Slick
they did-
Rick had hits.
Yeah, he was that. He was
Mona
like
Lisa.
he was like before Jay was like that dude. Like Slick Rick was the epitome of like fashion, go, and he was also
But he
like
was
different because he had
out
the eye
there.
patch.
Exactly. You're talking about a nasally nigga with an eye patch who was like, once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and live life slow.
The show,
It was super different, and there were probably people who would listen to regular rap that was like, I don't like
Mona
that.
Lisa. No,
Mona Lisa.
That was
Cinderella.
not it though.
That was
There
Baby
was
Baby.
not like people were crazy about Slick Rick.
People are crazy about Young Thug.
Slick
Oh yeah,
Rick,
yeah, they are.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, they still crazy about Slick Rick. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like I went
Like,
to a show
20
with
years after the
him,
fact.
Jay-Z,
And Big Daddy Kane
and
too.
Big Daddy Kane, Dougie Fresh. Like people still go
Raekwon,
crazy. Like
Rakim.
I think people are going to be really surprised at
The
Young
longevity.
Thug's position in hip hop later.
Okay.
It's probably weird right now because he's so wrapped into like mumble rap. And if you were to play somebody who's never heard Young Thug Lifestyle, he have the same first reaction as us. Like, what the hell did you just say? Like, what is this? You know? But I think that I don't think he falls into the category of artists that are like people love but are trash at the same time. Because that happens pretty fast.
No, but what I'm saying, I know that Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, they will stand the test of time.
Sure, of course.
Right?
Yeah, because they're on the
They're top tier artists, they're lyricists.
But
they're
even
thoughtful.
Talib, like Talib might
Talib.
not be
Oh yeah, no, I
a
would.
big name in hip hop on
Yeah.
the billboards right now, but like the blast will always be a reference when you think of hip hop tracks.
Yeah.
I went
right.
to his show 2 weeks ago, and everybody in the audience, white, black, Asian, Latino, they knew all the words. to all
Yeah.
the
Oh, I think that the three examples of Talib, Kendrick, and J. Cole are closer to traditional rap,
Yeah.
which every generation has seen work. So you can be like, okay, they studied who I liked, so they're gonna last. I think that another thing is that new artists that sound different are in two categories. Either you're just like, this is awful, this is just for the times, the kids love this, but this will never stand the test of time. And there are people doing like really, really different stuff that I feel like are gonna be a surprise at how relevant they are.
I
later.
mean, we were lucky enough to have Outkast who went through all the iterations and evolution, and then when they did the two albums with each artist, where the Love Below is very, very different and artistic, but that shit was good.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good, and everybody loved it. None of us were like. Well, I'm sure there's always a hater everywhere. There are people who don't
Or
like
just
it.
people that oppose it. Because I was
they're
like, well, Bombs
contrarians.
Over Baghdad and Miss Jackson, I was both like, all right, these niggas, they got one more album. out of
Yeah.
it.
You didn't like Bombs Over Baghdad?
And it's like, what do you think? I mean, outside of like,
Bombs Over
it's an
Baghdad.
national like if you're not in a fraternity or sorority, like how do you dance to Bombs
But you didn't
Over
like
Baghdad?
Miss Jackson? Sorry,
I mean,
Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson was cool.
That's a good song.
Yeah, it had some great sing-along parts, right, with Sorry Miss Jackson. But like, I probably never got in my car and played that on my own. I was never riding with somebody, but like, yo,
those
put
are
on Miss
just-
Jackson.
Those are songs, though. That's not a whole album.
Yeah,
right?
that's
just a-
singles for me. A lot
those
of
are
times
just
I don't
songs.
like the singles
Me,
that
well,
much
'cause
artists. Yeah,
they overplay it. I mean, Hey Ya was there wasn't a
no,
science.
you're not
it was
happy.
an experiment.
Yeah.
They said that the psychologists that do marketing for the record label, they said Blue Cantrell. I read a book about this. Blue Cantrell's song "Hit 'Em Up" was very popular, so they played "Hey Ya" after Blue Cantrell every time. That was,
Wow.
and then that's
And it
how
just
the
worked.
song. Yeah, it's a marketing.
crazy.
A marketing book.
That's crazy.
But I mean, Andre 3000. no disrespect, but I just don't. You don't see that come along very often.
No. Once in a
not.
lifetime, probably like once every 100 years, you'll see somebody with
And
as
Big Boy,
much
too.
acclaim and mystery, even after being in the game for over 20 years, as Andre 3000. Like, he is just a complete recluse. And he's fine with it, and he's made us accept it. Because we were pushing, like, oh, when did it happen? And now we just kind of accept it, like, all right, nigga, if it's another Flute album, just take your time.
Yeah.
No rush.
I like the Flute album.
But there's a lot of people who like the Flute album, right?
I like the Flute album.
Yeah. So anything, all new artists,
Guess
if
I'm
you
pretty
got
open
something coming out
musically.
new, just send it to Pat. He's going to give you
I guess
a
I'm
darling review.
Pretty open.
Yeah. All right, before we get out of here, we're going to talk about a couple more things. This was a fun question I saw. When is the best time to put up your Christmas tree? Beginning of November, after Thanksgiving, December 1st, 2 weeks before Christmas, Christmas Eve, whenever I get the energy or the money.
6 is never the answer.
That's such a millennial answer.
Because that's
No,
always
I
going to
can't
be
see
too late. No one's going to be like, all right, it's September. I got the energy now, you know?
Yeah.
I think number one,
Beginning of November?
I think that if you're going to go through all the hassle of, I've made the mistake of waiting until the week of Christmas, sometimes Christmas Eve, to actually go to the Christmas tree lot. And yeah, the trees are cheaper and stuff like that, but it's way more of a hassle putting it up right before the holiday.
Yep.
And then right after the holiday is just a ticking time bomb of like, when do I take this down? As opposed to just do all that early November. Because I think for me, I love the Christmas tree. I like Christmas decorations. So I feel like it's setting your house up just to be like that energy of holidays. So you might as well, because I don't think it's weird to eat Thanksgiving dinner with a Christmas tree in the back. So
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that tree.
I think after that 2 months, you're like, okay, I've had it up for a minute. Now it's not that crazy to take it down in January.
We do after Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah, because we want to let every holiday have
Breathe.
have its moment. And I think capitalism is what really drives. Because you
Capitalism
notice
is
that
why we have the tree.
after Valentine's Day, after the New Year, you already start seeing Valentine's Day stuff, and then the Valentine's Day stuff, then the Easter stuff. I ain't never met so many people who celebrated St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
Like now, I'm like, I ain't never worn never.
You ain't drink that
never-
green beer?
It's never been a thing.
But ain't no
to
St.
me.
Patrick's Day spirit. It's not like the whole month is like,
No, but still, I've never seen such a push for it
Yeah.
because there's
Capitalism
there's
is real.
It's a market.
It's a real thing. I mean, even the tree itself is why, I don't think there's any significance really to the tree for real, other than just getting more money for that shit. Because you don't need a tree to put presents
Absolutely
under.
not.
You
No.
can put presents. We ain't done a tree in the last 3 years, and I don't plan.
you
on
just put it
getting
on the
another one.
floor.
Yeah, man. I mean, and then honestly, a lot of the shit like the kid wants is like some Amazon shit. So if we order it, try to time it to get there right on Christmas or right before Christmas, then she might
It's
not
gonna
get
be
it.
late,
So it's like,
yep.
yeah, just give it to you now. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, you don't even wait till Christmas?
Hey man, listen, man. Me and her mom on vacation on Christmas, so yeah, we got to give you these gifts on the 15th because me and your mom leave on the 17th. We're gonna see you on the 27th. So
It's all about
she
locking in
grown
the
now,
tradition.
man. Once the kids get grown,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like we ain't got to stay in the same school system. We out of here.
Once you drive,
Yeah. Well, she don't drive, but
I have a question. What's the latest? This is more directed at Pat. That you've waited to take your tree down.
I've kept it up till the next Christmas.
Oh wow. We take it down on.
I have a tree up now.
after the Three Kings Day, because in Puerto Rico,
The what?
Three Kings Day, El Día de
January
los Reyes.
6th.
Yeah, so
Those the wise men?
That's the three wise men. Yeah, and that's like in some places of Puerto Rico, they don't do a Christmas tree. The kids put a box of hay under their bed, and then when they wake up in the morning, the hay is gone to feed the camels.
Wait.
and that's where the gifts are.
Wait.
Oh,
What is
this
this?
is
What's this?
amazing.
Wait.
I didn't
What's
never
this
know
holiday?
This is amazing.
New holiday unlocked.
Three Kings Day.
What day is it?
It's January 6th.
We talked about this before.
Wow.
Y'all,
we were talking about
That's
y'all
a
do
big day for
Christmas too,
everybody.
and then that?
We do. We don't. I've never celebrated Christmas. We celebrate Nochebuena, which is the 24th, the day before, which is Christmas Eve. We call it Nochebuena. That's when we cook. We have a communion, family, and all of that stuff. But January 6th is Three Kings Day, and that's like what they celebrate like in Latin America and a lot of.
What's the
different countries.
traditions of that first one? Of you cook and
Noche
are there
Buena?
presents? And
Yeah, they do the presents. We don't do anything on Christmas Day. We go to the movies or.
is there like a tree involved, or is
No,
it
we
any?
we get those of us who are American who've been here in America have Christmas trees. They have Christmas trees in Puerto Rico to some people as well, but yeah, we do. You know, Puerto Ricans are Americans, so they have such a.
It's mixed in.
It's a yeah, you know, and America has infected the whole world with a lot of their customs.
So if that holiday you just said isn't mixed in with Christmas, is there still like a Santa Claus figure or a gift thing, or are you?
I mean, if you've been Americanized, the Santa Claus
so
is,
mainly
you know, that's a European tradition.
Got it.
Saint Nick, right? But when the Puerto Ricans on the island and they do El Día de los Reyes Magos, which is Three Kings Day, and the kids put a box of hay they put grass under the bed. And when
Never
they-
hay?
Box of hay. All right, it's grass.
I mean, it depends on where
Which
you
way you
are.
are.
If you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
access to
Yeah.
hay, and then when you get the box back, the hay is gone because you fed the camels, and then it's got your gifts are in there.
It's crazy you hear them camels chewing. That's crazy. Camels be loud as hell. boy.
So are
And
they, is the legend that the camel comes to your bed at night and eats it,
just like Santa.
and the
Yeah.
camel gives you a gift, or
no, the person riding the
kings,
camel.
the
The camel.
kings.
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
not even like a fireplace situation. It's like, no, we come into your bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they come in.
Clomping.
That's kind of
Now,
scary.
if they wanted
It's
to
not
be accurate,
scarier than
if they-
a white man coming down your chimney
Also
in
scary.
your house.
and the
Also
fat white
scary.
man fitting down your chimney,
Yeah, with
which
the-
means that he's
A
into
B&E.
witchcraft or he's the devil.
That's what the conspiracy theorist says. So first of all, he coming into the fire. He wearing red. His name is Santa, but if you scramble that up, it's Satan. So
I don't mind this.
I heard
Then
all
there's the
conspiracy.
cookies and the
That's
milk.
great. I love that. All right. Well, listen, man. Before we get out of here, we're gonna say the two stories we have for the next episode because we want to make sure that Aida has time to tell people where they can catch the podcast, say what you mean, and also get the book. Okay, the book is out. Okay, the book is out. We just waiting
Book
for you
is
to go
out.
ahead and pick up your copy for you and your friend. They make great stocking stuffers. Okay, so Aida, tell the people everything. What's going on with you?
So Say What You Mean launched October 1st.
Mm-hmm.
No, September 25th, but October 1st, really. And it's a podcast where people, which you got to come do. It's where people come and say the things they wish they would have said
Mm-hmm.
that they didn't say at one point. And it's, Estelle came. She has some stuff about Kanye. There's a bunch of different people who can come by and they just confess to the things there was a moment where they wish they would have said something and they didn't. And it's been real fun. It's been funny and just to hear, because everybody has that moment, whether it was an argument, a conversation, an exchange, where you like, oh my God, I wish I would have said this. And so they come and they say it, and then we have a good time, and it's available wherever podcasts are available, so you can listen to it, you can watch it, it's on YouTube, and the book, Legitimate Kid, is available in English and Spanish. It's not a funny book, so I have to say that all the time because people be in the reviews. This shit wasn't funny. It was not meant to be funny.
Damn.
A comedian wrote it, but it's not a comedy book.
Yeah, that everything is based on comedy for us.
Yeah,
Like
we-
we going to the same problems y'all be
Yeah,
having.
we're just people.
Yeah, yeah.
It's my memoir, but it's not. And you can get it wherever books are sold. And and I will be in Dayton this weekend at the Funny Bone.
Okay.
I have 4 shows, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. Come through. Let's celebrate
That is.
our freedom.
Bring your book through so you can get it signed by her. Now you got a 1-of-1, okay?
Boom.
So, but you got to make sure you have it because she ain't finna just be sitting around and asking a whole lot of questions. You got to make sure that you know you got it right. Aida, what's the IG handle so they know where to find you and get all the dates from and the website?
Sure. Funny AIDA at Funny AIDA. So please
Okay.
come through.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today, Aida Rodriguez. And we want to thank y'all for tapping in and watching. And Scary Squad, we love y'all. Election just happened. And here we are, okay? As always, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
We'll see you next week on another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Hey.
Peace, guys.
Who's the president?